My friend, so do you sometimes feel like, oh my God, you can't even put a plan together because you're afraid that you're going to fail, right? You're afraid that people are going to tell you you're not doing it right. People are telling you that you can't be trusted. That's a terrible feeling to have. And it's also a debilitating thing that stops us from putting plans together. We're going to talk about why you shouldn't be beating yourself up if you don't accomplish exactly what you set out to do, and why it's important to actually set a plan in place. And I'm going to talk about something that I planned and I didn't accomplish the way I wanted to. But, I'm not beating myself up, and you shouldn't either. So, first, this. So, the real question is this: what are the strategies, techniques, and tools that you need to learn to generate residual income from the e-learning boom that's happening right now? My name is Jean-Serge and welcome to Course Income Secrets. Building your brand, building courses, selling courses, building a business online, it is a lot to do with figuring out what you need to do, how you need to get there, and putting together a plan to actually accomplish that, right? There's so much stuff to do that it's overwhelming. And it's easy to tell ourselves, well, I'm not going to plan because I don't want people to tell me that I said I'd do this and I'm not doing it. And they're right that I'm not doing it. And they're right that, I can't be trusted and I can't do things. And, that's just awful. It's awful to feel like this. But at the same time, it's something you have to expect, because that's going to happen. And if you don't plan, you're much less likely to accomplish anything, because you're setting yourself up for failure, right? And planning, isn't always easy, but you got to look at, what is it that you are trying to accomplish, right? What is it that where are you trying to go, right? It's kind of like if you're going on a trip to, say, Los Angeles. Well, you got to plan the trip. You got to know how you're going to get there. You got to know when you're going to go. You got to know how are you going to get the money to pay for the trip, for the gas, or for the plane, or whichever way you're going, right? You got to plan all that, and you got to even figure out days you've got to take off from work if you got a day job. All that is planning, right? But I mean, what if you don't have the money when it's time to buy the plane ticket? Are you going to beat yourself up? I mean, those are the kinds of little plans that we do in our lives that we typically don't really care too much, because we know that people have the same things in their lives. So they're not going to tell you, oh my God, you're such a loser, you couldn't put money aside to go for a trip, right? Nobody's going to tell you that, because everybody's like that. Everybody has problems putting money away for future things, for vacations or things like that. So that's normal. But when you're thinking about building a business online, like only 1%, probably, I don't even know, right? Maybe it's less than that, maybe it's a little bit more, but it's really not a lot of people that actually put plans together to build a business. So it's normal for all the other people that don't do that to really look out and try to see whether you're doing the right thing, and they're looking for the opportunity to tell you, I told you couldn't do it, right? I told you couldn't do it. And then you feel like crap because you didn't accomplish your goal. But you know what? You're forgetting something. You're forgetting that you accomplished goal A, B, and C that you probably wouldn't even have done if you didn't put a plan together. And it's okay. So the thing I was talking about is, what is it that I did? What's my failure that I did, that I planned, that I didn't do? It's just this week. Like I said this morning, if you looked at my story, I planned to, I've been working out, right? I've been working out. My plan is to kind of increase the number of days I work out until I get to 5 days a week. And I've been increasing that, and I've been changing, how much, different things I've got. And then, and I'm probably not doing it right, because I'm actually not putting on paper and not telling my audience, other than the fact that I kind of told my audience yesterday that I was proud to have accomplished my getting up every day for the last 3 weeks or so. I've been starting to work out, and I was proud to have accomplished getting up every day at 5 a.m. last week, and actually the last 2 weeks, and that I was proud that I was getting to my 5 days, and this week was going to be my 5 days of workouts, because the week before I did 4 days, And this week was going to be the 5 days that I was going to do the workout, right? This week I'm going to do 5 days of workout. And my plan was to do 5 days in a row, right? And yesterday morning I said, oh my God, this is awesome. I'm on my 3rd day. This is the first week I did 3 days in a row. And this will be the first week I do the full 5 days and everything, right? But then last night I decided, you know what? I'm not going to work out today, which means that I'm not going to accomplish my goal of working out 5 days in a week this week. But the thing is that I still accomplished getting up at 5 a.m. I still accomplished working out 4 days last week. I still accomplished all these other things, even though I failed at what I said. And on top of that, I announced it to my audience and I didn't do what I announced. That's like, that's a blow to, you know, my ego, I guess, and my feeling of accomplishment and everything else. And I expect some people to be thinking out there, oh yeah, he says stuff, but he doesn't really mean it. He doesn't really do it. And that's okay. That'll happen. But for me, it's about being better today than I was the day before and improving, right? It's not necessarily about the specific goals that I put in place, that I think about, that I either document or just think in my head or tell people or whatever. And it's okay that you're not perfect, that you're not accomplishing exactly what you're trying to do in the exact sequence that you're wanting to, because you're still growing and getting better. And, you know, I'm planning on still working out 5 days this week, except it's not going to be Monday to Friday because I took a break today to get my body recuperate. But eventually I'll get to working out Monday to Friday. That's my goal, right? Monday to Friday, and the weekend I take a break, right? So that's the thing. You gotta put in place a plan and a goal, and you gotta be not afraid to tell people what you're planning, because it's going to force you to do better, right? It's going to force you to go forward, to improve, to do things that you probably wouldn't have done if you didn't put your plan together. So just remember that. Don't feel like don't beat yourself up. You don't need to beat yourself up for missing out on little things that you said you'd do. You're still doing awesome. I believe in you. I know you're going to accomplish great things, and I can't wait to see your results. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. What is it that you're working on? What are you accomplishing? What are you, having trouble with? What is it that you're having problems that you said you'd do that you didn't do? But think about what else did you accomplish because you set those goals up, right? All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this message, and if you think anybody else needs to hear it, that they should not be beating themselves up, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I would too. This has been Course Income Secrets, the entrepreneur's blueprint to generating income from the e-learning boom. Some of your friends need to hear this message, so don't forget to share. For more content like this, go to CourseIncomeSecrets.com and make sure to subscribe and follow us here. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. Until next time.